My name is welkingvue. I'm gonna show you how to change the automatic transmission fluid and the differential fluid on a 2000 Toyota Camry. The procedure should be very similar for 1997 through 2001 Toyota Camry. Here's a look at the car I'll be working on. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out the drain plug from the automatic transmission. There's the drain plug. Here's how I'm gonna take out the drain plug. I'm gonna use this ratchet, a hex bit. If I can't break it loose with this, I'll use this bar for extra leverage, and then I should be able to break it loose. To loosen this, you gotta turn it counterclockwise. I'm gonna use this bar. It'll be easier. Before you turn it anymore, you gotta put a drain pan under the transmission. I'm gonna put the drain plug back on. I got a torque wrench here. I'm gonna tighten it to 36 foot-pound. I got a repair manual. The repair manual say 36 foot-pound. If you don't have a torque wrench, you'll be fine. You don't really need it. Just don't tighten it too much. You don't want to strip or break anything. On this car, the transmission, it has a strainer. I'm not gonna remove the strainer and clean it. I'm just doing a drain and refill. The next step I'm gonna do is remove the fill plug for the differential fluid. The drain plug for the transmission is here. Drain plug for differential is there. Now I'm gonna show you the fill plug for the differential. Fill plug for differential is up there. Okay, this is the drain plug. Oh damn, I messed up. I meant to say this is the fill plug. Fill plug for the differential fluid. You gotta remove this first. Make sure you can remove this. After you remove the fill plug, then you can remove the drain plug. If you remove the drain plug and you cannot remove the fill plug, then you're gonna be screwed because you can't fill up with differential fluid. Be sure you can move this plug before you remove that plug. That plug is the drain plug. Up here is the fill plug. Here's how I'm gonna break the fill plug loose. I got a ratchet, 17mm socket. This one is flexible. Kind of work like a swivel. You're gonna need one that's flexible because there's not much space down there. You'll be working in tight space, so you need a flexible one. One that could flex. And then I'm gonna use this bar for leverage to break it loose, and for the fill plug. If you're thinking about using a wrench, don't use this side. You might strip the fill plug. Probably a good idea to use this side. But if you use a wrench, you gotta be real strong. If you're not, you won't be able to. And don't use a hammer and hit it. If you do this, you're gonna probably strip the fill plug. You strip it, you're not gonna be able to take out the fill plug. But if you're real strong, you could use a wrench and break it loose. But you gotta be careful. Once you break it loose, your hand might swing and hit something. So be careful if you do use a wrench. This is the easy way. I'm gonna use this. To break it loose, you gotta turn it counterclockwise. I'm gonna here's another look at how I put the socket and the ratchet on the fill plug. See, you need this to be flexible. It came loose. To put fluid into the differential, you need something like this. This is a fluid pump. Before I remove the drain plug for the differential, I'm gonna make sure this works. It comes in two pieces. You just put this tube in here. I got one hand here and my other hand holding the camera, so I'm not gonna be able to put it in here, but you just put it in here. I'm gonna take this cap off. It looks like the cap here is too small for here. See how this cap is bigger? This one's too small. So the cap ain't gonna work on this. I'm gonna go ahead and do this anyway. I'll just hold it and make sure it doesn't spill. I tried pumping it and it does work. Fluid are getting pumped through the tube. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the drain plug for the differential. The hex bit I'm using here, it's a 10 millimeter. It's the same size as the one it's the same one I use for the transmission drain plug. The same one and same size. I think I'm gonna use the swivel, the flex ratchet instead. I'm gonna get the drain pan. I don't see it anywhere on the repair manual on the foot pump how much torque I should tighten it to. So I'm gonna just give it a 36 foot pound. I'm gonna pump transmission fluid into the differential. This tube is going to go into the differential fuel plug. I'm gonna just keep pumping it until fluid start to flow out of the fuel plug, and then I'll stop and then I'll put the fuel plug back on. I'm gonna put the fuel plug back on because fluid is leaking out from the fuel plug. If you want to check the level of the fuel plug, you want to put your finger in the fuel plug hole. If you have big finger, you don't want to put your finger in there. You don't want your finger to get stuck. The best way is to use your little finger. Or actually, I think my finger could fit. Put your little finger in there if you don't have a big little finger. If you got a big little finger, don't put it in, it might get stuck. But you put your finger in there, make sure the level of the fluid is up to the bottom of the fuel plug hole. If the fluid is up to the bottom of the fuel plug hole, then it's good. But as of right now, I know it's good because it's overflowing from the fuel plug hole. I'm gonna put the differential fuel plug back on to the car. Well, I'm not gonna record myself putting this back on. If you have your car on jack stand, then you could lower the car. I have it on, you could move the jack stand and lower the car. I have it on ramp, so I'm gonna need to drive it off the ramp. Because when you put on the transmission fluid, when you check the level, you want to make sure the car is on ground level. I'm gonna put some transmission fluid in here, and then I'm gonna drive it off the ramp, and then I'll check the level again when the car is on ground level. Just for your information, I use almost 2 quarts for the differential. To fill up the transmission with automatic transmission fluid, you gotta remove the dipstick and then put a funnel on the dipstick and then fill it up from there. Gonna put this funnel here. I put more than a quart in the transmission. More than a quart of fluid. I'm gonna drive it down the ramp. I got the car off the ramp now. Got the funnel back on. Here's the dipstick. This is the cool side and the hot side. Cool, and there's 2 notch. Hot, and there's 2 notch. So when the engine is cold, you want the level to be on cool. When the engine is hot, you want the level to be hot. And the transmission should only be checked when the engine is running and the car is on. It should be on park. You need to have this on park. Have the engine running and then check the level. I gotta add just a little more. I'm gonna turn on the car and then I'll check the level. Right now the engine is cold, so the level should be between the notch on the cold level on the dipstick. I'm gonna move the shift to all the position. The car hasn't been running, so right now the engine is cold. And now we're gonna go check the level. Don't forget to pull on the parking brake. Engine is cold and it's between these 2 notches, so I'm gonna add a little more to bring it up a little bit to about right here. Add a little more fluid. Looks like the level is about right here. I went out driving for a few miles. The engine is hot now, so the level on the dipstick should be at the hot level. Looks like it's right here. So I gonna add a little more to bring it up to there. Supposed to be between here, but I think right now it's about right there. I'm gonna drive the car for a few days and then I'll check the level again, see how it is. As of right now, it seems like I didn't put enough on transmission fluid. It's a little low, but it's okay, but I'm gonna check a few days and if I need to, I'll add more.